Hello, hello, hello. It's Monday Night Live. I'm Dion Johnson, the womanologist, and I am so sorry that it is Monday night. It's 9:30, 25 to 10 right now in the UK. And I'm just coming on. I'm late. I'm late for a very important date. I know that I'm supposed to be going live at 8 o'clock. This commitment to go live, it really is a real one for me. But it's so challenging. My days are so unpredictable. And honestly, I just apologize for being late again. I've had an amazing day, but it's been really long. I've just been caught up with my coach for hours, and like just a mega stint with my own personal coach, and it's been incredible. But I could see the time going, and the session wasn't ending anytime soon. So I really do apologize. I am so shattered and I'm so hungry, and so this is going to be a really super duper quick one tonight. So as you're joining, say hi to me. Let me know where you're watching from. If you're watching on the replay, say hi anyway. My name is Dion Johnson. I'm also known as the womanologist. My work is really all about supporting women in senior leadership, women in positions of power, women who are CEOs, directors, heads, women who are leading at high level in industry. And my work is really all about helping these women to really develop a strong personal sense of their own power to lead important change, their sense of authority to lead important change, their sense of confidence to stand up, show up, speak up, and shake things up influentially in their realm. So if that's you, then welcome. This broadcast is for you. Like I said, it's going to be a really quick one, guys. I've just been online working, coaching my clients, working with my own coach, and just doing the most work today. So it's really going to be a quick one, but I wanted to just honor my commitment to come live today and share with you this word that's on my heart. And the word is that it really is time for us as women to take a stand. It's really, really time for us to take a stand. So here's the background to this message. So, you guys know that I'm a churchgoer, woman of faith, a Christian, a Jesus lover, however you would term it. And every year, my church, there's a word that the head of my church, our bishop, releases our focus word for the year. And 2021 was decreed and declared the year to stand, the year to stand. And so, just like what I've noticed is that every year that we get this word, that at the beginning of the year, this word doesn't really mean very much. It's like, okay, the year to stand. But as we walk through the year, it's definitely been my testimony that the word reveals itself as it relates to me personally. So I begin to get a clearer revelation about what that word is saying to me personally, not just the whole church, but what it's saying to me. So that this year's no exception. That I hear that it's the year to stand, and what's been happening over the last few weeks is that word has been becoming more and more personal to me. That my conviction is that I need to take a much bigger stand. So I've been really doing the personal work to ask myself, what is it that I stand for? Who is it that I stand for? And, what does that mean? What does that look like? What does taking a stand really look like? So, I'll be talking more about my own journey. You'll see it unfolding if you watch my work any at all. If you watched my videos, if you are a client of mine, if you're around me any at all, then you're going to be able to see me taking a stand. You'll see it unfolding throughout 2021 because I take this word really seriously. But what's been happening is that I've been having lots of conversations with different women. I'm coaching some incredible women right now. And what I notice is that many of us who are in senior leadership, who are in positions of authority, really, we've spent a lot of time fighting to get to that place of seniority, that place of leadership. But now that we're there, it's almost like all of our energy has been taken up with just going through the motions, like proving ourselves, or you know, just going through the motions of senior leadership, just justifying our position there, trying not to get sacked, or trying not to rock any boats, or trying not to cause anything that would disrupt our positioning in that role, trying to fit in, trying to blend in. Now, this is something that I'm seeing. It's not a criticism. It's not an accusation. This is just something that is occurring to me as I'm speaking to these women that I'm having the conversations with, that oftentimes we kind of just get into the way that things are done around here, and we just stop remembering what it is that brought us into that role in the first place. So I'm meeting with these amazing women who have this heart for change, who have this heart to see the world get better, who want to see things improve, but they're so caught up with just surviving the organizational culture, just surviving the workload, just surviving juggling on spilling all the plates that we do. But what's becoming really clear to me right now is that that's no longer okay. It's no longer enough. I'm convinced personally and professionally that we really need to take a stand. So all I want to do tonight is say that loud and clear. I want to point to you. I want to look into the camera, point at you and say, hey, it is time for you to take a stand. So I was looking at this, and there's this quote that I've been quoting quite a lot. It's a guy named Edmund Burke, and he says that all you need for evil to persist is for a few good men and women to say nothing, to not challenge, to not call things out, to not speak up about something, to not take a stand. And it's no accident, I don't believe, that we're still in March, even though we're really heading towards the end of March. It's no accident that this year, this month, we're celebrating International Women's Day. And actually the theme for this year is to choose to challenge, to choose to challenge. That word challenge is really about taking a stand. It's really about deciding that you're not going to stay quiet about things that need to be spoken about, that you're not gonna turn a blind eye or choose to be indifferent or choose to not speak up about things. That taking a stand and choosing to challenge is the sound of the day. Like, you have to be deaf not to hear it. Like, I'm saying it loud because I want us to understand that we can no longer just keep going about our life in a trance. We can no longer occupy our positions of senior leadership and not be willing to take a stand for something, not be so busy trying to blend in and to fit in and just to not be drawing any attention to ourselves. It's no longer appropriate, because here's the thing: people are really suffering at the hand of organizations and industries that are not working well. And if we are senior leaders, it's our job to see that these organizations and industries work well. So I'm closing, but I want you to hear me say it's time to take a stand. What do I mean by that? I mean, it's time to stand up. It's time to put your head above the parapet, where people can see you, where you're no longer blending in, where you become visible, where you become vocal, where we can see you. Stand up. It's time to stand down. It's time to stand down. When we talk about standing down, it means giving up the position that you used to hold. standing down. You know, people stand down from office. Well, what is it that you need to stand down from? Some of the things that we were standing up in are no longer appropriate. Some of us are standing in silence. Some of us were standing in complicity. So we were standing up in a way that perpetuated the problem. It's time to stand down from being part of the problem. Okay. It's time to take a stand. You know, when we say take a stand, what we really mean is we need to become vocal about something. It's like we need to, you know, when you say take a stand, what does that mean to you? It means that something that you weren't fighting for before, you begin to fight for. So we need to take a stand. We need to take the stand. When we say take the stand, what do we mean? What we really mean when we say take the stand is usually about giving an account, giving witness, isn't it? It's about, you know, like in a court of law, we take the stand. We put ourselves in the position where our witness, our account, our testimony, our story is being scrutinized and heard and listened to and shared and taken in as evidence. We need to provide evidence. We need to speak what we've seen, what we've witnessed, what we've been through, what we know. We need to take a stand. We need to take the stand. And the next thing that we need to do is stand against. What does that mean to you? What do you know needs to stop right now? What do you know can no longer be tolerated? This is about standing against. What do you come against? What do you stand up for and stand against? This is really important for you to identify if you hear the call to take a stand. Standing for something. What do you stand for? What are you prepared to lend your voice to? What cause? What mission, what assignment are you taking a stand for? What travesty are you taking a stand for? What danger, what risk, what challenge are you taking a stand for? And we need to stand around. You know, when I was thinking about this, I was thinking that when we talk about people standing around, this is about waiting. This is about tarrying. This is about loitering. And I thought about this. I thought about the fact that some of us need to stand around in all kinds of different ways. For me, what it meant was, I need to sort of hang out in close proximity to the thing that I care about. It's like be studying, watching, waiting, learning, scrutinizing, being around the thing that I need to learn more about, immersing myself, hanging out in and hanging around the kind of people that have got something that I need to learn, or the kind of people that I want to influence. Hanging around is about who you associate with, who you're spending your time with, where you're hanging out, where you're positioning yourself to be around people. Like, we need to take a stand. I don't want to spend much longer here with you today, but I can't remember. I'm shocked that I'm here for 13 minutes. I didn't think I was going to be here this long, but